knowledge, coding, open source at the same time?
No, that's why the attendance dropped.
So, how did you get into this open source contributions? Like from where you started, ki, at this stage now I can contribute openly, you believe?
There was a project that I used personally, and I didn't like a few things about it. So I thought, if I'm doing this for myself, let's create a pull request and see if others also like it. I think it was about supporting something on Windows that was primarily for Mac OS, and I think I got the PR merged after a lot of comments. But yeah, so that was the start.
Did grades matter for any of your companies, as in CGPA, GPA, any of your companies?
No, they didn't even ask if I went to college.
Your CGPA?
I think it's 7.8 or something.
Oh, nice.
We know that you are having a dual degree from IIT Madras. Can we know about it? As in, how did it start for you? How did you get to know it? And how can we approach it?
Yeah, so IIT Madras has these 4-year programs. So you actually have to go near the IIT Bombay Center to actually give these exams. You can't do them online. And you, like, they have semesters, and mostly they understand people do this in parallel. So they mostly manage them on Sundays, Saturdays, so they don't interfere with your normal college days.
Can we know about it? Is clearly क्या है वो degree? आप जो कर रहे हैं वो?
It's a bachelor's in science. So it has like stages. First is just diploma, and then a complete bachelor's. And if you perform well, they also invite you to MTech in, I think, IIT Patna.
Do you have any plans for masters?
No.
Okay. You have a good package. You don't need masters. Complete.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Advice for your juniors.
For the first year and
First year, second year.
second year crowd. So,
आप क्या कहना चाहोगे?
Yeah, so there are, I think most people want to know how to do what I did. So there are mostly two things: projects and lead code. What projects does is it helps you get noticed, but after being noticed, you still need to crack the interviews. So that's where you still need to have good lead code knowledge. Because if you don't know that, you like can't get into any companies at all. I mean, of course, if the roles are different, you don't need to be a software engineer at Google. You could be a different manager type role. You can manage the engineers without knowing any code at all. So you just need to understand what you are good at, instead of just thinking coding is the only path to getting into any company.
okay. The next question is like, what was your tech stack? Means AI domain, right? So, how did you entered in it, and what is your today's suggestion कि कहाँ से start करना चाहिए?
कौन सा domain
अब हाँ.
pick कर सकते हैं?
I mean, I started with Python, and I think just JavaScript, especially Next.js, because these two languages help you build something really fast. So if you have an idea, you can actually show them what you have built instead of just listing it in your resume, like I cloned this repo. That doesn't help anyone. If you have a live link to what you actually built, where someone can try it out, I think that makes better impact.
प्यार हुआ है कभी?
हाँ भैया, मैं भी ह्यूमन ही हूँ आखिर में तो।
कॉलेज में हुआ है?
नहीं।
Okay. So 3 mistakes you made in as an engineering student you would refuse to make. वो बंदा आईआईटी मद्रास से भी कर रहा है, सिर्फ वीसेट नहीं है. So listen, he is doing from IIT Madras too, so he has options.
Mistakes wise, I don't think. I really have like whatever happens attitude. So if something happened, exactly.
जो होगा देखा जाएगा. If you had to start again, as in to aim higher, और बड़ा कुछ सोचना है, what would you change in yourself?
I think I would be more terminally online, because if you are in software and you don't know what's going on the internet, you are basically left behind. Like I'm not saying you have to like scroll reels every day. Just check out like what's trending on GitHub, or also Hacker News. It's the site for Y Combinator where they share cool projects, and they also launch their own startups, so you can connect and see what they are working on.
Can you expand on terminally online? What does that mean?
Being on your phone 24/7.
Does that mean Instagram or any other perspective you have?
I think people think if I don't use Instagram, and I use Quora or Reddit, I'm superior because I'm not wasting my time like those normies. But ultimately, I'm still wasting time. So, yeah, do something useful. Like you need to look back yesterday and see, am I better than what I was yesterday? And for that, you need to actually do something.
So, what was your experience based on the rounds like technical, HR, and GD round?
I think I had it easy because I didn't apply. I got the offers, like both the Perplexity one and 11 Labs as well. So I think the HR rounds were easy because they already knew we extended the offer. So, but yeah, I mean it's still not easy. You still have to pass the interviews to get through it.
But after getting 70 LP offer, then वहाँ पर इट्स लाइक कि एक कोई नॉर्मल रहता तो इट्स लाइक कि रुक जाता वहाँ पर, ठीक है अभी मिल गया है मजा नहीं लाइफ है. देन उसके बाद भी ये सामने से ऑफर आया परप्लेक्सिटी का कि क्या था?
हाँ, उनके हेड ऑफ स्ट्रेटेजी का मुझे मैसेज आया था. उन्होंने मतलब स्टार्ट ये किया था, जितनी तेरी सैलरी उससे डबल हम करके देंगे. देन जितनी भी है. फिर इंटरव्यू हुए. उन्होंने दोनों के दोनों इंटरव्यू एक दिन ही स्केड्यूल कर दिए ताकि जल्दी से क्लियर हो.
वो आपको चाहते थे. ओके, सो फेवरेट वर्क मेमोरी?
I mean, I worked remote, so there are not a lot of things. But I think one was like having a remote team. Sometimes your teammate doesn't know you either. So if you are in a meeting with some other customers or clients, one of my teammates started selling the product to me, thinking I was on the customer side. So I think that was funny.
Okay. So favorite project you worked on?
I don't think I can share that. They are mostly.
नहीं, just about it. खाली ऐसा नाम तो बता सकते हैं ना? नहीं?
I think it was something related to do with voice cloning.
Okay, voice cloning. Did luck play a role in our journey? Be very honest.
Yeah, I mean, of course you have, but you still have to make your own luck. You can't just sit and be lucky. You still have to try every day, and then one day you get lucky.
इसमें लक कितना था और एफर्ट्स कितने थे?
I mean, luck can only get you the opportunity. You still have to win it. So, like, even if you get like an interview, you still have to clear it. I don't think luck can help there. Of course, luck can get you the opportunity first, but again, you still have to have something in you to show them that they are still like trusting the right person.
So before going into actual interview rounds, where did you practice? Like any mock interviews, where did you give in?
I think mostly YouTube.
YouTube, from YouTube. Any suggestion, any YouTube channel suggestions would you like to give?
What I usually do is just write what I want to see and then sort by the most views and just watch the first video.
Are you a team player or solo player?
Mostly solo.
One man show. So you believe in building alone?
Yeah, I mean it's not the most, I would say, like the best thing, because if you are part of a team, you still need to be the team player, and it helps you grow. I know a lot of people like to do their own things, not bother with other teammates because you have to like talk to them or something.
Okay, so besides coding, how did you relax?
Sleeping, I think.
Any instruments you play, game?
I think I'll. Yeah, oh yeah, Clash of Clans. Yeah, I played so
Clash of
much. Dude, I think I still have Town Hall 12. I sometimes log in and check. Yeah, I think they have this feature where they auto upgrade. So
आईडी शेयर कर देना जाने से पहले.
I think they banned it, right? They don't allow you to share now.
No, your account ID.
No, if I share it with you, it gets banned.
Okay. So, what was the biggest sacrifice to get till this goal?
Attendance, I think.
No, your personal sacrifice. I'm trying to say. Like, do you regret कि मैं college life थोड़ा और जी लेता, या फिर I would have enjoyed my college life, और committees activity, events में participation?
Did you ever participate in any committee? As in, did you ever join?
No.
एक भी कमेटी नहीं, फोमो नहीं हुआ?
I mean, you get to leave home early. Why would you join a community?
इंस्टा ही यूज नहीं करते तो फोमो कहाँ से होगा?
Okay, one habit that changed your life.
I think sleeping late, I think.
Changed your life?
Yeah, I think I only get to do the most creative work after like 1 a.m. Yeah, that's where all I can focus on something and actually achieve.
Parents' reaction to the offers, to the success you made, what was it?
Parents, friends, girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean they were happy. Yeah.
वैसे ऑफर के पहले कितने पूछू कैसे, ऑफर के बाद कितने गर्लफ्रेंड्स बने या फिर अप्रोचेस आए ऐसे? जीरो.
I mean you.
झूठ बोल रहा है बंदा.
नहीं.
1 करोड़ के बाद तो
What do you imagine? Like girls are just all like, oh my god, 1 crore, please marry me.
How was your professional and personal life? As in, did you have to sacrifice any of your friends? As in, उनको छोड़ना पड़ा या उनका दिल दुखा वो process में?
No, I think my friends are usually understanding. They know I can't message like in 5-10 minutes. Most of my replies have like 24-hour gap, and I think they understand, and that's why they are my friends as well.
Besides career and any of the degree, did you have a hobby?
Yeah, I used to do origami, like the crafting
craft
thing.
paper.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Okay. So over the next 5 years, where do you see yourself?
In US.
Okay.
But next week only you are going, na?
Yeah.
So after going there, mean at which post you are going to see yourself? Like, हाँ अब ये 5 साल में मैं यहाँ तक तो पहुँच के ही रहूँगा. हाँ.
I mean, here's the thing, right? If you think I'll stop, you'll regress.
Correct.
And if you still just bump your goal up and up, you will at least stay there or at least not fall down.
So basically nowadays in US there are many problems Indians are facing in IT tech jobs. They are laying off. Recently Microsoft का भी बहुत बड़ा lay off हुआ. इंडिया में भी चल रहा है. So क्या अभी मार्केट सिचुएशन क्या है उधर? Now you are going, you might know anything about it.
I mean, I'm remote, so I don't work for an American company even. 11 Labs is a European company. So I don't think the jobs will just evaporate. Like if you are really good at something, any company would want you. Maybe not for the same role, but something different.
ऐसा ये layoffs के डर से खुद को insecure feel किया कभी ऐसा?
एक कंपनी तो दूसरी फिर.
Because you have switched that many jobs, right?
I mean, I get offers, so I think.
So can we say you are Halley's Comet? और 40 साल में एक बार एक जितेंद्र प्रजापति.
No, I have some friends who do like once year a month. I
A
think
month?
it, it's crypto, like it's wild west there. They can do anything.
Okay. So, what is your wildest dream that you कुछ नहीं, अगर कोडर नहीं रहते तो क्या होते आज?
पापा की दुकान पे काम और क्या?
क्या? बिजनेस, खानदानी बिजनेस.
वही अकाउंटिंग करते रहो और क्या.
Okay. So if you want to ask.
Yes.
So let's start with the rapid fire round. It can be a one word answer, this or that answer, or anything you are comfortable with. उससे पहले एक एक चीज़ है. Any book or resource you recommend to students?
That's this book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. It's like short series on a lot of successful people, and of course you can't like replicate them, but history usually rhymes. So if you try to see what each of them did, you can try another permutation of what they did and get somewhere closer to them.
Okay. So let's start with the rapid fire. Short term goals or long term goals?
Short term.
Short term.
Do you live in present or in future?
Present.
Present. Master of all jacks or perfection of one?
I think in the current situation you have to do both. Like you have to be broad enough to know all the aspects, but still have deep knowledge. Otherwise, you are no better than an LLM. Like an LLM just knows everything, but it doesn't know something deep enough in one specific area.
Sleep or grind?
I mean, how is that is or question? You have to do both.
Okay. Lead code or projects?
Yeah, I think same answer. You need projects to shine because not like there are only few companies and but there are n numbers of applicants. So you have to shine somehow in front of these companies to get noticed, and then to actually get in, you still have to do lead code.
Ghevar or jalebi?
I think jalebi, like twisted and sweet.
वड़ा पाव या पानी पूरी?
I think
None?
vada pav.
None? Okay, fine. Okay, we'll take this later. Let's talk about your personal life. As in, how are you in person with your people you know? As in, personally, ये तो colleagues हो गए, friends हो गए. As in, how do they see you?
I think mostly blunt. I don't.
Mupat.
Blunt.
Okay.
BLUNT.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't do like filters. Like if the person would.
जो है मुंह पे.
Yeah, it doesn't mean like I'm just harsh all the time. Like I don't care.
But you didn't hesitate to say facts on the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Good contributor or a great contributor? What do you see yourself?
I think greatness. You can't imagine to be average. Like what's the point of being just good? Like life is like this. You need to like this.
As in, नहीं रुक जा. We all, as in when New Year comes, when New Year arrives, we have all that resolution. आपके मन में ऐसा कुछ ठान के बैठे हो आप कि ये तो करना ही है भाई, इसके बिना नहीं चल रहा?
Not really.
Timeline. You have decided कि हाँ इतने टाइम में ये लैंग्वेज सीखनी है, या फिर अभी तक इतने डीएसए क्वेश्चंस हो जाने. डीएसए किया है आपने? कब, मतलब स्टार्ट कब किया था? इन विच ईयर?
I think seriously, I only did it in first year.
From the first year only.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about if not coding, what then? Still, अगर आपको एज इन प्रोग्रामर नहीं होना होता तो एज इन कंपनी कॉर्पोरेट में what role would you want?
Mm, I think maybe some managerial role, VP of something.
Do you think you can manage good?
Yeah, excellent.
Okay.
Let's ask from the audience.
Audience, questions? Okay, so we have. Okay, again, package or brand?
Package.
Package.
फिर भी ये पैकेज जो एक्सपेक्टेड था, एक्सपेक्टेशंस क्या थी और अभी 1.06 सीआर, डिड इट मैच और अबव अचीव कर लिया एक्सपेक्टेशंस के ऊपर ही?
Yeah, I mean, once you achieve what you had in mind,
सोचा
you
क्या था, मतलब क्या दिमाग में था कि हाँ मैं कॉलेज से निकलने के पहले ये पैकेज पे निकलूँगा?
to be honest, I didn't think I have this package number. Like, what I only had in mind is to do something. Uh, like, I got this head start with this internship, and I just need to keep the momentum going, and the package also keeps on going with it.
मीन्स यू वेर ओनली इनटू हैकेथॉन, ओपन सोर्स कंट्रीब्यूशंस, और हैकेथॉन्स में भी कभी पार्टिसिपेशन किया है?
I think I participated in like one hackathon. I don't like hackathons. It's mostly just reusing the old ideas and maybe editing one thing and making it fancy.
Okay, deadlines or satisfaction?
Deadlines, I think.
कैसे भी करके मीट करना है डेडलाइन को,
Yeah,
भले आप सेटिस्फाई ना हो.
I think that's the only way I can get things done because I like to strive for perfection. And if something doesn't have a deadline, nothing is perfect, so I can't really achieve what I always have in mind.
केटी लगी है? एक भी नहीं.
क्या बात.
कंसिस्टेंसी और ऑब्सेशन?
Obsession.
एआई और मैनुअल इनपुट?
AI, I mean, I work at an AI company. I can't say manual input.
One sentence or word that defines your journey perfectly?
The word you dedicated to dedicate yourself.
Compounding.
Compounding. Could you explain that?
Yeah, just work something every day, and it always compounds if you are doing even something marginally better.
Okay. Audience, let's have the question round. BitByteGo का वाईफाई कनेक्ट करें आप सब. Okay, we have a question. 1 second.
So, what those guys expect from you to work on those specific tech stack, or in more precise way, what can be the future tech stack of AI, which cannot be replaced or which cannot be like gone in after a couple of days.
I mean, it's tough to say what will happen tomorrow, like especially with AI. It's like possible you don't have to write code at all, but what will always survive is maybe your creativity to do something. So you aren't just building a system; you are creating something that can outlive what you have just built for one specific task. So it could be like if you are working in speech to text models, one thing you can do is make it more expressive, make it imperfect as well, because sometimes you hear an AI voice, it's too perfect. Humans don't talk that way. Maybe in some Hollywood movies or something, but usually they stammer, they have background noise. So like that, you have to have some taste in what you build.
Thanks.
What LLMs or AI tools do you use for programming?
I mean, I've tried all of them: Cursor, Cloud Code, Codex, and I think the best one is Codex 5.3.
Have you used Claude Code?
Yes.
Uh, Did you have a period where you disliked AI for making coding easy, or there was a lot of sloppy AI generated code that you did not like?
Not really. I mean, like anything, it has benefits, it has disadvantages as well. Yeah, you need to look on the better things and let others deal with the worst parts.
Thank you.
So basically, my question is right now, agentic AI and Gen AI, these are the two things that are in highly demand. So what are your views coming from an company where AI is used in very large scale? So right now, as a third year or as a second year, what should we focus on in Gen AI and agentic AI? So what is that concept and how should we work on it? Is it useful or not?
Yeah, I mean, anything in AI will be useful, and you can already see there are roles specific to AI as well. I think there was something called prompt engineer as well. It was just writing plain English, and I think Anthropic, the company behind Claude, was paying like 300k USD annually. So yeah. Yes.
Hello, hello. Yeah, bro. So the question that I had to ask you was how big was your network? And in summarize, I wanted to know how was the initial push that those networks had on you? I mean, coming from a tier 3 background, I don't think so you had those initial push to get. I mean, you said you were working from like 8th standard on your lead code and stuff, right? So were they the initial opportunity, grabbing opportunity for you? Or did your network come into play? And how did you capitalize on that? Like when I had talked to you in the second year, you were having like something 18 LP, right? And based on that factor, like that is a mid-level engineering salary, and to capitalize on that 18 LP and moving forward to 40 LPA, or let's say now you have like 100K offer, right? So that generally requires a lot of community support or a network support, or you have to be completely cracked to get those opportunities in US or even a remote, and your was remote. So I'm assuming either you are definitely 100% cracked, or was like there an initial luck factor or a opportunity factor? You said that luck has to be opportunity driven. Luck, you have to capitalize on that opportunities. But like, what was that entire workflow for you? Like, how did it come into your play and you capitalize on that? and got that opportunity?
Yeah, I think excellent question. There are two parts. One thing I wanted to address about the eighth grade part. Just because I started in eighth grade, it doesn't really mean anything because at that time we didn't have any LLMs or anything. So the work I did from eighth grade to 10th grade, maybe you can do that just in a week.
Sure.
You don't have to like manually search everything on Google, watch hour-long videos. You can just ask ChatGPT. It will even dumb it down and explain it to you. So you could like get the head start with AI that I may or may not have like wasted in eighth grade. So I don't think that's a huge deal. And second is of course network. I didn't have any network at all. Uh, I didn't even know like any other programmers as well. What worked out mostly was for me is working on these small open source projects and joining some of their Discord servers as well, connecting with people there. And the good thing about open source is that usually the people who actually care about tech contribute on GitHub and in some of the good projects. So that's how you can directly meet the person who may be responsible at a good company. And if he is also contributing to the project, he can see your contributions. Like you have contributed this thing, you have like driven this thing from A to B, 0 to 1, and I think that's how you can naturally build these connections because like spamming invitations on LinkedIn doesn't help anyone. The person behind it doesn't know what you actually did versus on GitHub where they can actually see what you are doing and you aren't just in this for like a job or something.
Also, like then you contributed heavily on the open source factor, right? Like the 11 labs that you told me initially that you had heavily gotten into. Was that the X factor for you to get into 11 labs? Like the manager reached out to you. I mean, I remember you telling me like you contributed heavily to the 11 labs repo, and you got that initial offer for the 18LP1, right? That was the initial factor.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just telling you how it happened to me, and I think I've seen this happen to a lot of people where they actually just meaningfully contribute to something and then they get noticed. And of course, open source is mostly thankless job. It doesn't guarantee anything. You could be working for many projects and even some good contribution. It doesn't guarantee anything. So there also comes luck factor.
Makes sense. And how is the workflow in Perplexity right now? I mean, it being one of the hottest startups right now in the world, global space, and what are they leveraging on right now? I mean, the entire market scenario right now after Open Cloud and CloudBot things, all those Moldbook and stuff. What are they capitalizing on that, and how the agentic workflow are they automating entirely? Like, what is the shift that's happening here? Are they still planning to hire people or trying to optimize their entire workflow with agentic AI space? Like as soon as the CloudBot thing happened last week, most of the companies are capitalizing on it, trying to get all the agents on their platform, make everything agentic based. So is Perplexity also planning to do that? And your specific role that you told me on chat was like MTS, right? Can you elaborate on what is that role about? Do you have like more developing heavy workflow or like a managerial workflow? What is that actually about? I wanted to know that specific part as well. Like what Perplexity is capitalizing on.
I think what works for Perplexity is mostly that they have their own models, but they also provide models of every company, open source or not. So, for example, especially in coding, the best models change every week almost. Sometimes it's Claude 4.6, sometimes it's Codex 5.3.
True.
So Perplexity's main prop value is that you can have all of it with just one subscription instead of having multiple ones. And another one is training these models is really expensive. So you might have heard to train GPT-4, they had to have like 100,000 GPUs. And then you heard from what we say, the Chinese company
Yeah,
DeepSeek.
they did a lot of
And
reinforcement learning for that part.
Yeah, and they trained a model better than GPT-4 in like 1/10 the budget. So by not going into the model training business, they just leverage other models until somewhere a point comes where LLMs actually stagnate. Then they can maybe try some model training. But until we reach there, I think model training for most of the labs is waste of time.
True. But like, what is your specific role over there? As an MTS, what does you do help in that workflow that they are training on? I mean, Perplexity is just a web search platform after all in all, right? So what is your role? Are you developer heavy over there, or you organize the entire workflow plan or for them, or what?
Yeah, I don't think it's easy to get managerial role without a lot of experience,
True.
even if you are really good.
Hmm.
And Perplexity is not just web search. We have like Perplexity Finance, Perplexity Sports. So th- there are a lot of verticals that Perplexity is trying to get in.
Mhm.
And for each vertical, you need someone with an expertise in especially that thing. So that's where my role comes in. I specialize in one thing, and that's what I help with. You are, of course, free to contribute to any of the projects, but usually you are hired for one thing and you are expected to do that one thing well.
But bro, the thing is, like, I'm currently at a very decent position, a decent mid-level engineer. And as you were back in the days, but with your 18 LPA offer, like the transition shift from that to a 40 LPA is a very big shift. Don't really happens very quickly. You got it in 2 hours, 2 years, but most people struggle to like 10 years or 20 years to get that initial shift from a junior level to a senior level, and then capitalize on that and get a 100K or 200K offer. So for me, right now, I mean, I don't have a very US based startup or something. It's a very decent level with a decent pay. How do I capitalize on that factor and get myself to a more senior level position in the upcoming years? And I have tried more open source contribution. You also recommended me some orgs. I got my PR merged and stuff, and that was an initial point for me as well to get these internships and stuff. So that worked out for me. But again, for me to capitalize from here to get a more senior level position, what would you recommend for us? I mean, you must have a lot of good background as well for this, like in the workspace right now.
I mean, I can't tell much about Indian market because here you don't just have to be good at coding, you have to be good with people to actually
Makes sense.
make the multiplier.
Cool.
And I'm not saying all Indian companies are like that. Of course, some are good. But if you think you are really good at what you do, I think you should try some foreign companies where they actually value the effort you put in
Mhm.
and not just expect you to work for free, like free for 12, 24 hours.
Makes sense.
So yeah, tough to tell about Indian market really.
Cool, bro. Thanks for all the insights.
Yep.
Cheers.
Uh, Now let's move ahead to some hypothetical questions. Like, if money was removed from your life, would you still code?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I started in 8th grade, so it was almost like a habit at that point.
Okay. Now imagine tomorrow you wake up, you have zero coding knowledge. How would you start again? Based on this today's how much AI is flourished in our ecosystem and all.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't start doing syntax level learning. Like, there's no point in learning the basics. I mean, that sounds wrong. Yeah, there's definitely point in learning basics. But if you are thinking you should like start now to learn a language, that's I think really thing of the past. You need to build something. You need to be good at a particular framework maybe, and I think once you get good at a part of it, you automatically learn the things that are below it.
लेट्स ब्रेक डाउन लाइक राइट नाउ अभी मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि कल से मैं जावा सीखूँ ओके सो मैं यूट्यूब पे जाके उसके ट्यूटोरियल वीडियोस देखूँ या फिर चैट जीपीटी का प्रॉम्प्ट दे के उसके सिंटैक्स प्रॉपर कैसे अंडरस्टैंडिंग मतलब इसमें एआई कितना यूज़ करना वाई ड्यूरिंग लर्निंग स्टेज क्योंकि द बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ कोडिंग की कोड लिख के मैनी फैकल्टी सजेस्ट कि कोड लिख के समझता है या फिर टाइप प्रैक्टिस करने से. सो कैसा अप्रोच रहना चाहिए फ्रॉम योर पीओवी?
I think the first thing I would search is maybe go to LinkedIn and see for the Java roles what they list as qualifications. Like Java is very broad, that's Spring Boot and a bunch of other frameworks that you need to learn. And out of those, I will like segregate which ones actually are in demand, pay more, and I will start from there. And
योर मतलब टीचिंग अप्रोच में लर्निंग अप्रोच कैसा रहना चाहिए? लाइक जीपीटी से या फिर यूट्यूब वीडियोस?
What were
एनी
you comfortable with? आप किससे start?
आप कैसे स्टार्ट करोगे? लाइक व्हाट वुड बी योर अप्रोच?
learning what exactly? Like just the
एनी
syntax or
नो, एक कोडिंग प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज एनी?
I would just look at a project that is like the gold standard for that language, and I'll check out what all things it does. How basically just look at a production ready code base, and then you can automatically think what you how you need to go about it. Like first you need to segregate things into these, and then differentiate between these.
Okay. Rather than this, as in बहुत इमोशनल क्वेश्चन है कि पहली सैलरी के बाद मम्मी को क्या गिफ्ट किया?
I think it was some like gold ring, that thick one. There's a particular name for it. I forgot. Yeah.
Okay, you felt pride in it, as in खुद से
Yeah,
कुछ
of
किया?
course.
Yes.
लाइक बाय क्या किया पर्सन?
Nothing really. No. No.
कुछ तो किया लिया रहेगा कुछ तो.
I mean, do you see me wearing anything branded? That's.
टॉप टिप तो आए.
I think I got this from market in Binder. So.
हो.
रिलेटिव्स का क्या रिएक्शन था 1 CR पे?
किसका?
रिलेटिव्स का जले कि क्या?
I mean, there are both things, right? Like there are relatives who are in the same field, and they have been trying for like months and still couldn't get anywhere close. So it naturally builds some jealousy, and I mean it's normal to feel jealous as well. Otherwise, you don't have a grind of your own either. So you need to see someone and have to think I need to be better than him, or if you try to be like him you will still lack, so you have to have a mindset I need to beat him.
So earlier I have asked you, you name your favorite faculty. You name. Now मेगा मैम हमारे सामने ही बैठे हैं.
At once you have to, she didn't like wave off everything, maybe instead of 3 times write it 1 time at least and submit it, and things like that, so I can focus on my career as well.
मैम हमें भी मिलेगा ना ऐसे लीनियंसी? सो मतलब मैम ने हेल्प तो किया था, ठीक है, इनसाइट चाहिए थे, मिल गए.
बैंक बैलेंस को देख के खुद को गुड मॉर्निंग बोलते हो?
What?
सन आया, सैलरी क्रेडिट हो गया, क्रेजी.
No, I mean
ओके, विच कार, कौन सी कार बाय करोगे फर्स्ट अगर आज खरीदनी रही तो?
I mean, cars are a depreciating asset. There's no value in buying them now.
फिर भी शौक के लिए कुछ तो शौक रहेगा, सिर्फ सोते और कोड थोड़ी करते हो।
और दोस्त यार, नेक्स्ट गोल।
फिर भी फैमिली के लिए कौन सी लोगे, खुद के लिए नहीं।
I mean, as a kid, I really wanted to buy a helicopter, so maybe that.
आह,
He can actually.
पूछा मैंने कार का था, आंसर हेलीकॉप्टर पे आया है। अच्छा वो हेलीकॉप्टर ने पूछा है जेट, प्राइवेट जेट ही।
When did you realize कि अटेंडेंस से ज़्यादा सीटीसी इम्पोर्टेंट है?
No, I mean, I like the person in second year wouldn't know what would be my CTC, so I still had to play it safe. I can't just like go in without knowing the risk of something. So you still have to calculate the.
कमाना कब से स्टार्ट किया?
फर्स्ट अर्निंग।
फर्स्ट अर्निंग, व्हाट वाज योर फर्स्ट अर्निंग?
I think like sixth or seventh grade, I worked at my father's shop.
6 एंड के, ओके। 6-7 हज़ार पॉकेट मनी दिया मंथली मिल जाए?
6 10.
6-7 स्टैंडर्ड पे उसके पापा के इधर काम करता था।
ओके, नाइस। फर्स्ट इंटर्नशिप कब, मतलब फर्स्ट ईयर में ही लगी, सेकेंड ईयर में, थर्ड ईयर में?
आई थिंक सेकेंड ईयर में ऑफिशियल लगी। फर्स्ट ईयर में मेरे फ्रेंड की कंपनी में मैंने इंटर्न किया था, पर वो कुछ मतलब ऑफिशियल नहीं था। मेरे कुछ लेटर वगैरह प्रूफ दिखाना हो तो कुछ नहीं है मेरे पास।
अभी आप कौन सी कंपनी में काम कर रहे हैं एंड एट व्हाट पोजीशन? हम सबको वो एक कन्फ्यूजन है कि इतनी सारी अब हो गई है, अभी कौन से में हो आप?
अभी 11 लैब्स।
11 लैब्स में। एट व्हाट रोल?
हाँ,
व्हाट रोल?
FD, फॉरवर्ड डिप्लॉयड इंजीनियर।
फॉरवर्ड डिप्लॉयड इंजीनियर। आए के पहले एज एन डिड यू मेंटेन नोट्स फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल? लेक्चर्स में जो अपने सिलेबस नोट्स?
पे बैठ के वो घिसू बच्चा रहता है ना, नोट्स बनाता है, वैसे थे आप?
I think I took notes for a few things, but it was mostly just one book where I combined everything.
6 सब्जेक्ट वाला?
मतलब बुक वाला बंदा kind of।
सही।
And they weren't really notes. They were like more of deadlines. I need to do this assignment before this and this before that.
इट्स लाइक कि एग्जाम के कितने दिन पहले पढ़ाई करना स्टार्ट, एक रात पहले या कुछ दिनों पहले या हफ्तों पहले?
It started with like a week pehle, and then it gradually decreased to like 6 hours pehle.
ओह 6 आवर्स, नॉट इवन अ डे। वो तो हम लोग का अभी से चलता है।
व्हाट आर योर फ्यूचर प्लान्स रिलेटेड टू योर पर्सनल लाइफ? अभी ये तो प्लेसमेंट हो गया, पैकेज हो गया, वो सब अलग चीज़ें हैं। एज इन फैमिली को कुछ देना हो, इंडिविजुअली नहीं, कलेक्टिवली। कार तो बोल दिया आपने, कार हो गया, हेलीकॉप्टर।
कार नहीं,
हेलीकॉप्टर,
helicopter
हेलीकॉप्टर,
नहीं।
सॉरी सॉरी, हेलीकॉप्टर। तो रादर देन दैट व्हाट वुड इट बी? ऐसा कुछ जो मन में हो बहुत बचपन से?
I mean, they never asked anything, so it's tough.
थोड़ा
to
फ्यूचर, वो कुछ ज़्यादा हाइपोथेटिकल फ्यूचर क्वेश्चन पूछ लूँ? बच्चे को भी कोडिंग कराओगे या फिर?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any guidance, so I would hope my like son has something.
सन और डॉटर?
Oh yeah, either. I don't discriminate.
ओके, okay, let's start with the Q&A session again. consistent effort. By contributing to open communities, he created opportunities. So I thank Jitendra Prajapati sir or Bhaiya, Jitu Bhaiya for coming here. Thank you very much.
Thank you for hosting as well.